All right, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Loud and
All
clear.
right, man. Got Ian in the background, Donovan and Ralph, man. Ralph, what up, man? You ready, baby?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Chilling, man. So we can do the first one, man. All right, man. We're gonna have our thoughts on the WNBA players wearing "Pay Us What You Owe Us" t-shirts during their All Star game. Go ahead, Ralph.
Ugh.
Um,
What up, Bama?
man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, people gotta be honest with themselves. Like, who the hell sit down and watch the WNBA? Like, if you say you watching the WNBA, you lying. You just say because it's a trend.
Dennis.
It's trending. That's what you. Because before Caitlin Clark got here, and I'm not trying to turn this into no black and white issue, but before Caitlin Clark got here, nobody was watching the WNBA like that.
Not like that.
When Caitlin Clark plays, the ratings are up. Everything is up. When she don't play, it's down. I think they had
So, hey, I'm gonna let Ralph speak real quick, but I disagree with that first statement.
because when she don't play, I think that they had to drop the ticket prices just to sell them. When she had an injury or something, and she announced she wasn't gonna play for something or do participate in something, they had to lower the ticket price just to sell them. You know, so most people can't even name 10 WNBA players, but so many people swear they watch the WNBA. I think more people are into like the March Madness when it comes to college, women's college basketball more than they into the WNBA. And if they do tune into the WNBA, it's during probably close to the finals, if not the finals, the WNBA finals. So I think the WNBA is in the negatives. You know what I'm saying? So they get a lot of support financially from the NBA. So you can't pay the WNBA players nothing close to what NBA players are getting because they don't generate close to the same revenue. Like, nobody's wearing a WNBA jersey. You know what I'm saying? You don't just walk around and see WNBA people wearing WNBA jerseys or WNBA merch like you see NBA merch. They're not generating the same type of revenue as the NBA, so they can't get paid close to what NBA players make. Now, I'm not just saying that because it's females, but that's the truth. Like, they can't get what the NBA get or close to it because they don't generate NBA revenue. They have to from the
Okay.
NBA.
Okay.
So they can't. I mean, they can want to get paid, but you still gotta. I mean, still gotta be common sense. Like, you don't generate enough of that. It ain't even as many WNBA teams as it is NBA teams to generate the kind of revenue the NBA generates.
You want to go next, Ian, or what?
I
Hey,
don't
you go
understand.
first.
I don't
Hey, you go first.
understand what they. I don't understand what they think they're owed though. What are they owed?
They want more money.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
I don't understand it.
I get it, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think Ralph kind of hit the nail on the head. I just don't think it's growing, it's getting there, but it's just not there yet. And I just think that they're trying to push the envelope, and it's just it ain't ready. It's not quite ready yet. I think they've made some good strides, and it's steadily growing. I
Yeah.
think you have some polarizing players in the league now that could generate more interest. But like I said, you don't like Ralph said, you don't have the teams. Um, I mean, the games. I mean, the only ones that are really selling out are like the Caitlin Clark ones, man. And maybe like when it gets closer to the playoffs, I know the Aces had a really good support when they were like deep into the playoffs and stuff. But when it comes down to it, if it's not down to like the playoffs or around there, like it's just not generating. I really just found out they just had the All-Star game. I wasn't really paying attention to it. So yeah, it's kind of I mean, it kind of sucks because they even get overshadowed by Summer League in the NBA. So it's like there's no pocket of time to where people are solely tuned in unless it gets to the playoffs, or if you have a Caitlin Clark versus like you have a player on player thing. It's more of a player on player thing, not a team on team. And that needs to develop. You need to have more teams to generate it.
Mhm.
So unfortunately, like it's just where it is right now, and they just gonna have to be a little bit more patient, unfortunately. But I do feel them like they don't really get paid like the guys, but I mean the NBA's been around a lot longer than the WNBA.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. And I've listened to both sides of the argument. I've listened to what Ralph has said. I've listened to what Donovan said. Kelsey Plum, when she did her interview and she broke down what the WNBA players want, they don't want to get paid, what the NBA players are getting paid. That's a false statement. They want to get paid the certain percentage of revenue that NBA players are also getting. WNBA players don't get 48% of revenue like the NBA players do. That's what they're arguing for. They're arguing that if I sell a jersey, I should get a certain percentage of revenue off that jersey sale. If T-Mobile Arena, for example, Las Vegas Aces, they had sellout seasons back-to-back years. They sold out every single game here in Vegas. Where are they getting the revenue from selling out back-to-back seasons? So I understand what they're trying to say. And Ralph, I'm going to say this on record. Casual fans, yes, are not watching WNBA. But diehard fans?
I've never seen a diehard.
I don't even know what
diehard.
I've never seen a diehard WNBA.
They have a niche. They have a diehard fan base that is a niche. They don't have the casual fan. I'm not saying they do. They don't have the casual fan base yet, but it's growing. And that's the thing. It is growing. I mean, they went from 12 teams to 18 teams in the NBA, in the WNBA. So I understand 18 teams is not 30, but it's a progress. It's a step in the right direction. But I do agree with the WNBA players that if they get paid a certain percentage of revenue, they're not going to be forced to go play in Europe during the summer. They're not going to be forced to go play in Russia or Poland or Greece. They have to go play overseas because they don't get paid enough in the WNBA. So I understand what they're trying to say here.
Dennis, we don't even know who that is.
I think
you can say it in capitals. It don't matter. Nobody knows who that is. I think
for them to get that percentage of revenue, like you said, like Donovan said, is growing. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it time to get there. Like, they not going to get that now because let's just say 4 or 5 years ago, what was the WNBA? At one point, they lost a lot of teams in the WNBA.
Oh, my bad. Dream number 10.
It's certain teams that used to be like Charlotte used to have a team, but they no longer have a team now. So it was cities that lost teams. I think, do Houston got a team? Because they had one back in the day.
No. Houston used to have one.
Houston Comets, right?
Yeah, the Comets, yeah. Yeah, they won some chips too.
Yeah,
they won chips.
Yeah, Sacramento used to have one.
They Golden State got one now.
So it's
they just added Golden State. They just added Dallas. Like the teams are kind of in and out, man.
Yeah,
it's just not there yet. And
it's growing. I think it'll get to the point where they'll get more percentage of the revenue, but they can't get it right now because once they gain 4 teams, they lose 4 different teams. So it's kind of up and down with gaining teams and adding teams to the league. So I think with the growing of the NBA, because it's growing, it's going to eventually get there if they stay above the trajectory that they own. But they can't get that right now because they just don't make. I mean, the revenue just ain't there for them to get that much of a percentage off of it, like the NBA or close to the NBA.
Because the WNBA ain't excited to watch, man. Like it's just not to me. I think, like Donovan said, they want to see certain players. They want to see Caitlin Clark. They want to see Angel Reese. They want to see Wilson. And then there's some other people, though. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just based on the players, not the teams. Like, nobody really cares about the teams. They just care about the players. And, on the NBA side, people going because they diehard fans over there. They're not going, you know what I'm saying, to see just certain players. We got NBA got some garbage teams.
It's multiple reasons for NBA.
Exactly.
Like it's the players, it's the teams, it's the fan base, and it's how long the league has been, like the longevity of the league. Like there's so many different factors into it. Think about it. Like the NBA took a dip before, like they played the NBA, and the NBA wasn't even that popular until Magic and Bird came in, and so they had to grow too. Like I mean, it's a NBA has a way bigger sample size, and I know it's glaring obvious that these NBA players are getting like banked. You know what I mean? And it sucks because they're not seeing that. You know what I mean? But it's a waiting game in my opinion. But that's all I really got on the topic.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not a big fan. Happy early birthday, Don.
Oh.
Dennis.
No, man.
Hey, what I'm gonna say is as somebody who's actually gotten to watch a WNBA game live, someone who's gotten to do media at Las Vegas Aces games, going to see a game live kind of actually opens your eyes more to how valuable the product can be. I'm not saying it's going to be there yet. I'm saying with how valuable it can be. Because, once again, they do have a diehard fan base. They do have people who have been watching for long periods of time. And as long as you have a certain percentage of people who are diehard fans and they do watch the WNBA and they watch their favorite team, they watch their favorite player, that's something that is very valuable. I also want to remind you the WNBA isn't even 30 years old yet. All right, it's still a relatively young in terms of market. I mean, the NBA, when it was 29 years in, I think that was like 1975. Like, just put that in perspective. So
yeah, and now they took a dip. They took a dip, and it took a dip because you had you had Jerry West at the time. You had a young Kareem, and it still took a dip with those players, and then Magic and Bird kind of resurrected everything. But it started off just how it is now. How like this whole thing with the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, you had rivals, and then they went on good teams, and then it kind of evolved, and then Jordan came in the league, and so as it evolves, like you're gonna get better players. I mean, I think Paige Beckers is gonna be a beast too. She just got in, the league. So I mean, I think it's gonna evolve. It just takes time, and unfortunately, it just sucks because
it's gonna take another step when Juju Watkins get in there.
So why don't they understand that? Why don't the players understand it? It's gonna take time. So you over here wearing shirts talking about pay us what you owe us. Y'all ain't owed nothing yet.
Is once they see, like, it's just like anything else. Like the WNBA is in the same realm as the NBA as far as basketball. It's just the men's is the NBA and the women's is the WNBA. When they seeing these NBA players get $35-45 million per, and they getting 300,000 per, 350,000 per, you gonna automatically feel some way once you in that same. You feel like you in that same realm.
And that's in 300,000. That's a good salary in the WNBA.
Can I point out something to you real quick?
It's boring though.
Since I actually know the salaries of WNBA, there are 0 players who are making 300,000.
Well, I mean,
the highest paid WNBA player is 250,000. All right.
Damn.
For the product, that should be good.
And that's why they're arguing. That's the highest paid is 250,000.
And who is that? Asia Wilson?
She's with Indiana. What's her name?
Caitlin Clark.
No, it's not Caitlin Clark.
It's Aaliyah. Is it Aaliyah Boston?
Aaliyah Boston. Yeah, Caitlin Clark hasn't. I don't know how their contracts are constructed, but I don't think Caitlin Clark. I think Caitlin Clark will probably, once she's re-up, because she's been in the league only for what, 2 years?
2 years.
This is her second. Yeah. So she'll probably be the highest paid eventually. Her and if Cameron Brink, if she decides she wants to get healthy and play a full season.
One thing I do know is like even Asia Wilson, who by the way should be one of the highest paid in the WNBA, she's only making
for sure.
She's only making like 200,000. Like that's it.
Yeah. Hey, that's why she's smart. She would Bam. So yeah.
Dre,
Hey,
I sent you the thing, but nobody knows no
Kelsey Mitchell. Hey, Dre, thank you. Kelsey Mitchell is the highest paid WNBA player, $250,000.
And nobody knows that.
And that's my point. It's like they're not even making. It's not even like my whole point is when it comes to the WNBA, they're not even making 300,000. They're not even making 400,000. Not even like $500,000. That's why a portion of WNBA has to play in Europe during the off season. They have to play in Greece. They have to play in Russia. They got to play in Poland.
Because all they do is shoot and hit layups and miss layups, dude. Nobody wants to see that, dude. It's not.
I will say, by the way,
WNBA is not entertaining, dog. Dude, all they do is shoot and brick layups.
Defensively, they actually play very good ball. Like WNBA wise, defensively.
So what are you defending? What are you defending? Shots and layups? Ain't nobody trying to see all that, man. Even though the NBA ain't where it used to be, it might be the lowest it still ain't as low as the WNBA. Like to me, the WNBA is the worst women's professional sports to watch. Like I'll watch anything else but WNBA.
Like the NBA done built this rep up so much. Down year still looks good in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talking like this year was a down year far as like viewership in the NBA, but it still was a lot of people that tune into the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So
it's better.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen over time. The WNBA ain't been in rotation long enough for it to be close to what the NBA is. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna come like once Juju get in, that'll be another superstar type player in WNBA that they can add on and go from there.
But once again, and I gotta mention this before Dre probably mentions it, they're not asking to get paid the same as the NBA players. They're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue. That's essentially what they're asking. They're asking for an increase in the revenue. Like percentage-wise.
They not about to get WNBA money, but I'm saying what you saying. Like that'll come in the future once the league continues to grow. Like that, I think that'll come. I don't think they're gonna get that now or in the NIT, but in the future, it's probably gonna be some players that retire before the WNBA players get to see what they want. You know what I'm saying? It ain't,
they ain't never gonna be on an NBA level. Period.
And by the way, Andre, what you guys say, man? I see you in here.
Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I appreciate y'all for letting me on. What's up? Stay tuned. I love to see what y'all doing. Like the topics, man. A lot of people are afraid to touch these topics, man. But let's be real about the situation. First and foremost, number one, right off the jump, the WNBA is growing. It's growing. It's flourishing. It's flourishing because of people like Caitlin Clark. It's flourishing because of people like Angel Reese. It's flourishing because of people like Asia Wilson and others. Social media is prevalent now. It wasn't back then. So that's a part of the problem. But if we're gonna really diverge into the root of the issue when it comes to the WNBA, I'm gonna blame exactly who need to be blamed for it. And that's the same folks who was disingenuous about supporting women's basketball, who didn't think that women deserved to play basketball in the league, now who all of a sudden want to show up because of a rivalry, because of conflict. That's the people I blame. Let's be clear. We need to, as men in general, start supporting women even more. And this is just in a general aspect. This is not even just in basketball aspects. Real women who doing real things need to be supported. It's a lot of men, it's a lot of women that ain't doing diddly shit. And excuse my French for cousin, but that's just the truth of the matter. It's a lot of men, it's a lot of boys, it's a lot of girls that's not doing nothing in this world. And the fact that we having conversation about what people is worth, I think is absolutely crazy to me. The WNBA has always been a good brand. It's even better now because there's more eyes on it. There's more eyes and more people is interested because now there's rivalries. Now there's what people call the entertainment and shock value to it. Now there's more, there's more to look into. The WWE didn't just get popular just for just because people wrestle. They got popular because it was entertaining to see and it kept you intrigued. What I also don't understand is how people claim, well, you know, the WNBA ain't the NBA. Yet I hear people say, well, all the people in the WNBA is gay. My question is, what side of the spectrum are you on? You want these women to be men, or you want these women to be women? Which one is it? Because we keep hearing about how women can't dunk, yet y'all complain about women being butch. About women being
girl. You could be a girl and dunk.
Right, and there's some girls who can dunk. Everybody can't dunk. Everybody can't dunk.
Who's the last person that dunked in the WNBA?
Was it Brittany Griner or what?
Oh, Griner did it?
Brittany Griner.
Griner did it at one point. No,
Lisa Leslie did it before. Brittany Griner did it.
Yeah, she did do that.
There's a video right now of a 17-year-old girl who just dunked two hands as a female. But let me be also clear when people say about dunking. Let's not forget that the NBA literally was around for 20, 30 years before anybody dunked. we talking about dunking? Seriously? Or whether somebody should get paid or not?
That's why I don't watch it. That's one reason why I don't watch it. It's just boring.
I get you. Listen, to each his own. But I'm just, as a person who's played basketball, coached it, connoisseur of it, the dunking thing to me is just crazy. You cannot continue. What side of the spectrum are y'all going to be on? The side of the spectrum where you want women to be women or you want women to be men? Which one is it? Because I keep hearing people jump the fence or look through the peephole like Mr. Feeney and shit. Like, which one is it? Which one is we doing? Now, again, Caitlin Clark and everybody else, they bring attention to the W because of what they've done in their backgrounds. How did they start? How did they get into the WNBA? What allure came with them? That's why WNBA is building even more now. But I still blame the people who literally skipped over Maya Moore, who skipped over the Elena Delle Donnes, who skipped over the Cheryl Swoops, who skipped over Cheryl Miller. She didn't even play in the WNBA, but skipped over Cheryl Miller. Great basketball player, Dawn Staley and all of them. You not telling me that they can't play. All of them can play and are greats. Championship winning greats. Y'all skipped over them.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to support then. Y'all skipped over them. Not you, Jay. I'm just saying the general. The general public, the ones who funnel the money, the ones who systemically can oppress folks, the ones who can generate the revenue. No offense, they don't look like me, you, him, or him down there. I'm sorry, I don't know your name, my guy, but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We don't generate that type of money. We can't. Well, we can, but we don't. As a whole culture, we don't. So I'm blaming those. I'm blaming those folks. And let's be clear. The WNBA players deserve the same amount of money as G Leaguers. I'll say it, and I'll stand on it. G Leaguers, the salary that G Leaguers get, WNBA players deserve that type of salary. Legitimately.
That's what I'm talking about.
If we're talking about shock and entertainment value, bro, I will watch a WNBA game before I watch a G Leaguers game. Legitimately, and I watch them both.
Neither one. They're both boring.
And I watch them both.
I don't. But
hey,
I'm not trying to justify none of that.
It's kind of funny that Josh Bailey calls it boring. By the way, I kind of find that funny.
Yo, don't listen. Let Jay Bailey have it. Listen, Jay Bailey and I know we done had these conversations about this. Let Jay Bailey have it. Let Jay Bailey do his thing. He say it's boring. Okay, that's fine and dandy. I'm just telling you, lovers of the game, people who students of the game, who really research the game. No. I don't find any of it.
People say baseball is boring, but like Ian said, if you go to the game, to me, if you go to a baseball game, it's a lot more entertaining than you just watching it on TV. I could do both, but I'd rather go to the baseball game to me is it's slow. You know what I'm saying? Baseball is super slow, but I'd rather go to a baseball game than watch it on TV. But to me, WNBA is just like, it's so slow. Oh, man. You know how I feel about it. I ain't gonna keep saying it.
I already know how you feel about it. But my thing is, again, for real people who about that,
Thank you, Bama.
real people who about that, I'm just telling you that the WNBA is growing, just like any other sport.
I get it.
That
It
started
has,
to
but
play.
I think it's more
No
what Donovan
different.
said. People want to see more of the individual players. They want to see the Angel Reese. They're not really fans of the team. They fans of a player, which that's probably how it's going to start. Because I was a Lisa Leslie fan. I didn't care nothing about the LA Sparks, but I was a Lisa Leslie fan. You know what I mean? But we'll see.
For sure. And that's two different things. Fandom of a player and then fandom of the game is two different things. And I think you got a lot of that now. You got a lot of people that's a fan of just a player and not a fan of the team. I mean, to each his own, I guess. I'm just saying, if you're a real fan, you love basketball, it don't matter if Caitlin Clark not playing that night or Angel Reese not playing that night. Or
is
I
He said
mean,
NBA
if we're gonna be completely honest about basketball, though, and to me, this is like
Bama's-
basketball culture in a way.
said they losing
I've
money down.
seen when it comes to basketball, they follow a player more often than following a team. I've seen that more in basketball culture than I've seen any other sport. Where if a player leaves team A and goes to team B, all of a sudden their fan base goes with them. I've seen that in basketball more
LeBron.
than any other sport.
that now, to be honest with you, majority of that just started when LeBron got in the league.
Yeah, that's LeBron all day.
yeah, I was about to say that's not NBA
Because
culture
ain't
as a
nobody
whole.
jumping teams like LeBron.
I'm saying
LeBron jumping.
I'm saying the last 20 years, man. The last 20 years, basketball, when it comes to
It's
the
LeBron.
best players in the world,
He been
they go
playing
from
20
team
years.
A to team B. Their fan base follows. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Dre, you gonna stick around because we're gonna talk about TJ Watt and Cam. And we got a couple.
Oh
more
yeah,
topics.
I'm in my office. We good. We Gucci. I'm in my office.
All right, go
We
ahead,
good.
bro. Ralph, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, TJ Watt, 3 years, 123 mil. I think it was 108.
108 guaranteed.
Yeah. I think now this right here is, Michael Parsons probably somewhat swinging the air like Cuba Gooding on Boys in the Hood. Why he his money at. I didn't even think that this was gonna pay TJ Watt. You know what I'm saying? Because they drafted the D line in the first round. So to me, that was an indication that they was preparing to lose TJ Watt because they went ahead and drafted D lineman in the first round. Forget his name. He came out of Oregon. They drafted him in the first round.
Derek Harmon.
Harmon.
That's what I wanted the Packers to get. I ain't gonna lie.
I was under the impression that they was getting ready to lose TJ Watt. Now I don't know where he was gonna go, but the Steelers signed him back. It seemed like the Steelers been, making moves since they got Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? They went and got Jalen Ramsey. They already had DK Metcalf before they got Aaron Rodgers, but when they got Aaron Rodgers, they just, made the trade for the tight end Juno Smith and Jalen Ramsey, and now they, got TJ Watt back. So I don't think it does nothing for the Steelers. The Steelers are not going nowhere. I mean, TJ Watt a hell of a player, but that's not going to put them in Super Bowl contention. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said,
Dre, you see that?
Pittsburgh, one of them teams that's stuck between needing to rebuild.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. I was about to say NFL history is pushing it. Go ahead. Man.
Yeah. No, I was just saying they stuck between needing to rebuild and still trying to win. And like I said before, that if they get another hovering around another 500 season, this right here is gonna be the last for Mike Tomlin, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think TJ Watt, he definitely the best player on the Steelers, period, though. But I don't know if he's worth. I'm glad he got paid, but I don't know. Well, Dennis said he's the best defensive player in the NFL right now. So if that's true, I mean, I'm not gonna argue that he's not because I like TJ Watt. But I think it's too much for him. But at the end of the day, I ain't about to argue because we're not paying him. So
yeah, I would
Steelers paying him.
head and traded him and got them assets and started my rebuild.
Yeah, because I don't think he's gonna get any better.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I would have paid him, but it just I just still they're not better. They're not going to be better than Baltimore or Cincinnati, man. Maybe Cincinnati, maybe, but I don't know, man. I just think that for what they're paying, like I don't think it's going to produce a lot more wins. So, I mean, obviously they got the money and the salary cap to do it. I mean, obviously he's one of the best defensive players in the league, but I think overall from a team perspective, like it may put him in a wild card spot, which for Pittsburgh Steelers, like it's just kind of like, it's kind of average. And I don't know, maybe I don't know, but I don't know. Do you think that by the way their roster is constructed, do you think that they're a playoff team? This is a general question.
I don't think so.
So
Do I get to answer this?
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead, man.
I'm sorry, Ian Kelly. I'm sorry if you wanted to go first, you can, but I'm sorry for laughing. This is crazy to me. What in the blue HE double hockey sticks is we talking about right now?
Go ahead and say.
I'm gonna be when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. What in the blue hell are we talking about? Number one, first and foremost, let me point out that the Pittsburgh Steelers was 10-3 last year before the entire meltdown, the tumultuous meltdown last year. 10-3, sir, before Russell Wilson for some reason couldn't get his stuff together, and for some reason not moving the sticks made the defense look even worse because they was on the field more than usual. I mean, I watched Lamar Jackson last year make TJ Watt look very, very average on some of them option plays last year in the second half of the season. I mean, legitimately. And I get it, TJ Watt's supposed to go after the quarterback. He's supposed to take the quarterback. But come on, man. I mean, I think the TJ Watt signing in retrospect is a good signing because it tells me that they are not in a rebuild. This is not a rebuild year. Anybody who think that this is a rebuild year is absolutely wilding.
No, they got Aaron
The
Rodgers.
roster tells you that this isn't a rebuild year. This is a all-in year. This is either the Steelers get to the next level or Mike Tomlin gets fired eventually.
Right.
Because
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
18 years of straight winning seasons, but you haven't won a playoff game in 7 years.
Thank you.
Starts to smell like Marvin Lewis to me. You mentioned the Bengals, sir. Smells like Marvin Lewis to me. You can't win a playoff game, sir. Nobody is going to sit here and make any more excuses for Mike Tomlin when it comes to winning a playoff game. But
Right.
all that winning season stuff is up. It's up for that.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
If Aaron Rodgers can hand the ball off properly in the second half of the season, if he can make good reads on third and short and they can move the chains, this team is definitely a playoff team. I don't give a damn about what Baltimore doing because we all know Baltimore winning the division. Cincinnati can't even sign draft players on defense. And you want me to believe that the Cincinnati Bengals is doing what this year? The Cincinnati Bengals ain't doing squat. They're going to miss the playoffs for a third straight year. I called it 2 years in a row, and I'm going to call it again for the third straight year. They're not doing squat. And they got one of the best offenses probably in football. I mean, damn, Peyton Manning couldn't have a better 1-2 duo than Joe Burrow got right now. You got tight ends and receivers, and what did Joe Burrow do last year? Almost 5,000 yards, triple crown, and they sat at home when the playoffs came. I don't believe nothing changes. You haven't even signed your best player on defense. You want to know why Pittsburgh signed their best player? Because they see what the hell the Bengals did and doing. And was like, oh, no, that ain't going to be us. We're not going to do that. No, we're going to put all our chips on the table right now. We're going to push them to the center of the table, and this is what we're going to do. Aaron Rodgers, this is it for you because this is your last year. I bet I never see Aaron Rodgers in another uniform. I promise you, after this. And I'm being real. I bet I never see him in another uniform after
I'm
this.
with you.
This is it. Mike Tomlin, this your last year, sir. If you do not win this year, how many folks think Mike Tomlin can get a job afterwards?
I think he can get a job.
yeah.
I don't know. He can get a job.
I think so.
How
I mean,
easy do you think it's going to be?
I think he'll get a job, but I think it'll be on the defensive side of the ball. I don't think he'll be, because I think the way the NFL is now, he's not really. He's more of an old school NFL coach versus the new the NFL is gone. So I think he'll get it. Just won't. Nobody will be knocking the door down for him to be. He's kind of like Bill Belichick. Nobody was knocking the door down to sign Belichick because Belichick was too old school in this era of the NFL. So if he gets a job, it'll be like on the defensive side of the ball. It won't
Coordinator.
be. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. We talking head coach. When I say get a job, I mean head coach. I don't mean coordinator. I don't mean backsliding. I don't mean backsliding, slipping. This ain't the slip and slide, okay? This ain't Trina. We ain't doing the Trina stuff. This ain't slip and slide, okay? I'm talking about head coaching job. I don't see it. So the Steelers have to be all in this year. They have no choice. This is not a rebuild year. And I still, as much as people will knock it, I still believe that the smart, intelligent player that Aaron Rodgers is can get them to at least one playoff win. At least one. With this roster.
We're gonna see.
And if he don't, as I stated 5 minutes ago, do not put another damn helmet or jersey on. Call it quits. Goodbye. It's been real.
But you got Ian. Oh, Ian on mute. But yeah, I'm with you on the Aaron Rodgers situation, man. Like, to me, Aaron Rodgers don't make him better. Aaron Rodgers is a middle of the pack quarterback now. Like you said, if they could run the ball and play some defense, they could win the games. But I don't think they're gonna win no playoff game. So
I just don't see Aaron Rodgers having a 5-game meltdown like they did last year. This damn team was 10-3 last year. The Steelers were 10-3.
This might be.
I mean, how many more games do you want them to win? If they don't lose 5, if they win 1 game, they look a little bit better. If they won 2 games, they look even more better. But how many games do you want them to win? I think all it takes is 11.
Well, I want to see how Aaron Rodgers deal with the coach because, I'm not a big Tomlin guy, but he's a good coach. You know what I'm saying? And you know how Aaron Rodgers is a weirdo, and he be throwing his teammates under the bus. I want to see if he do that, how Tomlin handles that. You know what I mean? Because Tomlin's used to.
That's going to be an interesting dynamic, man, to see how that transpires, man.
Yo, excuse my French, but I have to laugh when you guys say, I wonder how Mike Tomlin's going to deal with that when Mike Tomlin has a history of wide receivers acting a fool. So what do you mean?
His quarterback, though. It's different with a wide receiver and a quarterback to me. You know what I'm saying? Because quarterback is just different when you're a quarterback, a diva like that, and acting toxic. But,
okay. Let me put it in this context. And since you mentioned quarterback, let me put it in this context. Mike Tomlin's last 5 quarterbacks have been ... Not
no Aaron Rodgers level though. Aaron Rodgers level.
So that's my point. Right, they ain't on Aaron Rodgers level. We talk about Duck Hodges, Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, they just straight up trash. But as far as like, you know what I'm saying, talking to the media, throwing your teammates under the bus and stuff like that, they ain't had nobody like that. Big Ben didn't do that, not that I know of. But we could go to the next one, Ralph.
Oh, Cam Newton versus Jalen Hurts not being a top quarterback. So you think that was? Do you think he's a top 10, or you think Cam is making controversial statements?
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah. This is your forte. This your forte. Hey, man, we called you out. You out here for a reason, man.
Listen, this is pure excitement to be around the people, man. I'll be excited to be around people and talk sports. So don't mind me. But When I heard this between these two, I died laughing because there is there is some truth in what Cam said, and there's some truth in what Ryan said. They both said some things that was truthful. So I don't knock either one of them. To me, Jalen Hurts is a top 10 quarterback. There's no way in the entire hell that we can put 10 quarterbacks in front of Jalen Hurts with what he's done in such short time. There's no way. I get it. Who you play with matters, right? I totally get that. Ryan Clark, I would behoove you to make sure you remember that same sentiment when it comes to talking about when it comes to talking about championship rings. Sir, I remember you played for 3 teams. You played for the Giants. You played for Washington. You played for the Giants. You played for Pittsburgh. And who was the last team? Did anybody even remember the last team he played for?
Ryan Clark. I think it was Washington.
Yeah. It was Washington.
Wait. Who are we talking about?
Ryan Clark.
I just know him to play for Pittsburgh when we beat him.
See what you just said? You only remember Pittsburgh. You know what? Everybody else only remember him from Pittsburgh too. And we also remember what that roster looked like too in Pittsburgh when he won.
Alomalo on the other side.
Who you play with matters.
I remember him on the Redskins because Sean Taylor. Him and Sean Taylor were that good unit there. So.
Oh yeah, that good unit. Did they win anything? Yeah.
I mean, they were still early on in their career, so no.
Okay, correct. So again, we only remember you for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we all know who you played with when you was on the Pittsburgh Steelers, sir. Let's not be fooled by even trying to remotely think that Cam Newton had the same roster ever that Pittsburgh had. Let's not do that. Please, let's not do that. Ryan Clark is right about some things. Cam Newton had the opportunity to win the Super Bowl. He ain't come with his cape. He's right. He didn't even reach down there to go get that fumble by the goal line.
That was crazy work right there.
He ain't want no smoke at all. Denver had him wrapped up so bad he ain't want no smoke, even trying to recover a fumble. That to me is Cam Newton's what we remember Cam Newton for real. That's what we really remember him for. We remember you for not coming to the Super Bowl with your cape and then not going to get a fumble. That's what we remember you for, sir. One oops can mess up a lot of boys. We can say that a boy, and one oops will mess up a whole bunch of those. A whole bunch of them joints.
So real quick,
So-
Cam Newton said that Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback, or who said
Yes,
that?
Cam Newton said it. But he said it because of the talent that's around him.
But
Who you play with matters. Because I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask this
I mean-
question: is Jalen Hurts a top 10 quarterback if you put him on, let's say Jacksonville?
probably not.
Is he a top 10? Is he a top 10 quarterback if you put him in Arizona?
No.
Okay,
Nah.
proving the point of what Cam was saying.
Yeah.
Who you play with matters.
I mean, if you put him in
But
Jacksonville,
Ryan is right too.
almost like a Trevor Lawrence, you put him in Jacksonville. Thing that got
So-
What about Green Bay?
I know damn well you don't think Jalen Hurts in Green Bay. You want Jalen?
No,
You
I'm
want
saying would he be
Jalen
a
Hurts?
top 10? No, I'm saying would he be a top 10 quarterback?
Oh.
So I think I think Jordan Love.
See
is
how
more
he answered
talented.
that? but did you see how he answered that? When I just said that, he said, "Hell no." So obviously, you got some disdain. You got some disdain for Jalen Hurts.
He's nice, but I don't want him. I'd rather grow with Jordan Love right now than Hurts.
Okay. Well, Ryan Clark also said it was disrespectful to put Jalen Hurts around the same conversation as Jordan Love. He also
Wow.
said that. He also said that. Pay attention.
What?
Pay attention to what he said. He said it was disrespectful.
He said a lot of quarterbacks wouldn't be top 10 if they played on trash teams with no line.
Exactly my point. Who you play with matters. There also has been quarterbacks who have been top 10 without a great O-line and a couple weapons. There's a difference between players making a quarterback and quarterbacks making players. Two totally different.
Same thing with Eli Manning. Nobody considered him top 10. You know what I'm saying? He won 2 Super Bowls. You know what I mean? So
Right.
It depends.
Ryan mentioned that. And Ryan mentioned that. Again, this is why I just don't understand. They're both right. They have right points. But I think at the same token, I think they also fail to realize, you know what? Let me step back. I played for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who had a great offense and a great defense when I won the Super Bowl. And then Cam Newton forgets. Cam, let's be clear, sir. Besides those couple years in Carolina, you were pretty average, sir. After that, you were pretty average, sir.
Yeah, that COVID year messed Cam up. What you got, Donovan?
COVID year messed Cam up.
Shoot, I mean, I think it just boils like Dre said. It kind of just boils down who you play with, man. But yeah, I mean, I definitely don't think Jalen Hurts will be a top 10 quarterback if he was on other teams. But I mean, they put a right team around him, and they got the right pieces around him. So I mean, you can't get mad about that, and you can't do any hypotheticals because he's only been with that team. So you'd have to still keep him at top 10.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a big piece of the pie. I ain't gonna say he's still a good piece. But I don't think he's just that guy. Go ahead, Rob. Oh, hold on, my boy. It said if that's the case, Mahomes wasn't a top 10 quarterback from stats last year.
Nah, Mahomes wasn't good last year. He was.
But I think that's what they do with him, with Hurts too. They go year by year because the year they went to the Super Bowl the first time, he was top 10. The next year when they went on that 8-game losing streak, he wasn't top 10 no more. And then when they went to the Super Bowl last year, now he's a top 10 quarterback. So go ahead, Ralph.
No, I mean, yeah, you can put him in top 10, but you know, I see both sides. You know what I mean? Who he play with helps him be in the top 10. Because like I said, if you put him in Tennessee, he's not a top 10 quarterback. You know, you put him in New Orleans, he's probably not a top 10 quarterback, but you know, I guess you can't blame him if that's what the organization is putting around him. Because if you don't with what he got, then you know it's like too damn if you don't. If I win with what you give me, I'm gonna get criticized. And then if I don't win with what you give me, I'm gonna get criticized. So I understand both parts, but I wouldn't put him like high up into the top 10. I would put him, you know, barely cracking in there, like, you know what I mean, 7, 8.
Okay.
I'm not putting him, you know, top 5, top 4.
No, I don't think he's top 5. Because to me, Philadelphia is the most complete team in the NFL right now.
And then
I put Jalen Hurts at 7. That's kind of where I have him ranked. I mean, I got Hurts at 7.
Right.
So let me ask you a question. Who do you have above him? I mean, obviously there's the obvious ones like Allen, you know, Mahomes, but like who's like questionable around him that you could kind of interchange with?
Is it better than Goff? I know a lot of people are big on Goff.
I'll let anybody else go, but my top 5 has been the same for the last 3 years. So.
Jared Goff? You think Jared Goff is
better than? Do you think Jared Goff is better? Because I know a lot of people are high on Goff. I'm not as high on Goff as other people, but a lot of people are high on Goff and Purdy. Who else? Love in there. What about from the Chargers?
You would put Purdy over Jalen Hurts?
Nah, but last week they was talking about he top 5. You know what I'm saying? It's a case that all the Niner fans, you know how J Will, JD. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it's a case that they put him top 5.
Fans. You know how they
Brock Purdy?
Yeah. They were saying it's a case because you know Randy Moss put his top 4 out. They said who's the 5th, and they was like they said that Mayfield's top 5 too.
Would you put Baker Mayfield above?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they said Mayfield is a top 5 quarterback right now.
What?
Yeah, go watch last week. Yeah, they were saying Mayfield is a top 5 quarterback.
Bruh.
I mean, Donovan, to answer your question, my top 5 has been the same for the last 3 years. My top 5 is Mahomes, Jackson, Allen, Burrow, and then at number 5, I have. Why am I blanking now? Shit.
Dak.
Oh, Dak Prescott. Yeah.
So you got Dak better than Hurts right now?
The main reason I've said that is because talent wise, I know what Dak can do. Right? I know what he can do talent wise.
Herbert too. That's what I'm saying. Herbert, to me, Herbert is a way more talented quarterback than Jalen Hurts. But people would take Jalen Hurts over Herbert, because Herbert's record in the playoffs.
the only knock you have really against Herbert is that he hasn't proven that he can actually win
in the playoffs. Exactly.
That's the only
talent-wise,
knock really against him. Yeah.
But talent-wise, if you want a quarterback, I'm taking Justin Herbert.
For example, let me ask you this. Let me ask all people watching around the world this. Jaden Daniels, talent-wise, is a top 7 quarterback in the NFL. All right. Now, there's going to be people who are going to be crowning him after year 1. I understand that. But Jaden Daniels is one of the most talented quarterbacks to see come out of the draft the last 5 years. So,
Rocco, I like what you did. You real smooth with that. But ask the real question that needed to be asked. Would you take Jaden Daniels right now or Jalen Hurts right now? Ask the question. I know what you're trying to get. Ask the question.
I forgot.
Ask the question. That's the real question.
Talent-wise, it's just Jaden Daniels. If I'm looking at talent-wise, Jaden Daniels would be my answer. Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
So that's the question that needs to be asked. Yes, absolutely, you would take Jaden Daniels over Jalen Hurts because the eye test tells you that. Jaden Daniels can do more. Who has the better arm, Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts?
Jaden
Daniels.
Okay. Who's at now? Here's the thing. Now when you get to certain stuff like who's more mobile, then we got to start asking questions. Jalen Hurts is pretty mobile. I ain't gonna hold you. He's pretty mobile. Who makes better decisions though?
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden.
With the football?
Yeah.
Make better decisions?
Yeah.
In terms of
I don't know about that.
Last year? I mean, going off last year?
Reading the field. Yeah. I would say reading the field.
I think he's a better, I think he's a better quarterback, period, than Hurts.
I mean, overall, he's a better quarterback. But to me, I'm gonna be honest with you: the Philadelphia Eagles do not win the Super Bowl if it's not for sound decision making at the quarterback position.
Yeah, I think. Well, it's not. They could be the same to me. I don't think Jalen is over Daniels. I think it could be a wash. Because I just don't. For him to take that team, that Washington team,
we're gonna keep this 100% honest. I think Jalen Hurts is like the first Super Bowl winning quarterback since maybe Russell Wilson, to where everyone focuses on the rest of the team before they even talk about the quarterback.
Exactly.
I mean, is that right or wrong? I think he's really the first quarterback in about a decade where when we talk about the Super Bowl champions, we talk about how great the defense was. We talk about how great the running back is. We talk
the receivers.
About receivers. Like the quarterback's not the main focus.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So Rocco, I'm with you on that. That's a good point. I mean, that's kind of obvious though. The Eagles hit all 5 years on their first and second round picks. All of their first and second round picks legitimately started in the Super Bowl and were impact players defensively.
Absolutely.
Then you have Devonta Smith, who I told people was going to be phenomenal in the league. They said he was too small. I said, that's BS. I said, watch. Then you got AJ Green, phenomenal. Then you got the tight end, Goddard, phenomenal, who can play. Then you got Saquon Barkley, the hometown hero. I mean, how many of y'all saw Saquon Barkley doing what he did last year? Don't be honest.
Ridiculous.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, to
Nobody
me, he
saw
didn't
that.
have to do much.
I mean, to be honest, I thought he was.
As
gonna
long
get
as you
hurt
don't turn the
like
ball over on that team, you win it.
Then you just
That's
go
why I
players
Huh?
on the.
say that again.
I said then you just go and grab UGA players on your defense. I mean,
Right, right, and then you just hit on the draft 5 years in a row. UGA defensive players, the whole 9 yards. Again, that's why I said what I said earlier. Who you play with matters, and the fact that I said Jalen Hurts makes sound decisions. Jalen Hurts knows who he is and sticks to the script like Gorilla Tape. That's what he do.
I'm with you on that.
Period. And he don't deviate from that. That's it.
No, I'm with you on that.
I mean, it's clear and evident because we saw what happened the year before. Remember, Philadelphia got bust by Tampa Bay in the first round the year before, prior to. You didn't have Saquon Barkley then, right? You didn't have Saquon. You didn't have Cooper DeJean and my boy
Quinyon
from
Mitchell.
Akron, Quinyon Mitchell, that I got to watch. Yeah, that I got to watch right here in Buffalo when he played UB. He's a MAC guy, and he came in the league phenomenal. You didn't expect that. What the Eagles lacked last year, the Eagles hit in the draft and in free agency. Running game, they hit. Secondary,
When they
hit.
went on that slide at the second half of the year, who do you blame it most on? The quarterback? Because the quarterback get the praise and the quarterback get the, you know what I'm saying?
Jalen Hurts made bad decisions last year with the football in the second half of the year last year. Bad decisions, especially when you got a secondary that was lacking last year. That secondary was lacking last year. So you got to make the right decisions to keep your offense on the field so you don't put them on the field. The ones that's lacking, which was the secondary.
To me, the Eagles is the most complete team in the NFL right now. But that's on paper, though. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see what they do, though. But I think Jalen's top team.
Jay Bailey, that's in a chip, sir. That ain't in paper. That's in chip form.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I'm saying
chip
going,
form.
they did it. They the most complete team on the field and the paper. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what they do next year. Or this year.
They did lose some people, though, this year. They lost some pieces.
On the field?
Yeah, Philly lost a couple pieces, but
They lost Slay. I don't know if that. Yeah, we'll see. They lost Slay. I know that. Who?
DJ Gardner Johnson.
Oh yeah. Didn't he get hurt?
I'm not sure.
He played in the Super Bowl though.
He gone. They did lose a couple pieces.
We got one more comment.
But I don't expect them to take that much of a dip though. You want to know why?
Right here. He said Jalen Hurts been to 2 Super Bowls. He led a team there. The second Super Bowl was an all-around better team. I don't understand the argument.
There is no argument. There shouldn't be an argument. I think we literally understand that who you play with matters. Jalen Hurts has been a product of a benefit to who he plays with. Who he played with matters. And when he hasn't had that team, we've seen what he's done without that team.
Yeah.
But this guy, he's a Bama fan, so of course he's gonna put some respect on Jalen Hurts. Man. He's
hey, but all right, I gotta bounce, man. I'm gonna holler at you, man. Drake's cool doing a cast with you, man. It's been a minute.
Yo, I appreciate you, my guy. It's good to see you again, as always.
All right. We got one more topic, man. Drake, stick around for this one too. Our thoughts on Teddy Bridgewater's suspension from coaching high school football.
What? What'd he do?
Oh man.
Go ahead, Ralph.
Man, I think this year, I think somebody dug up some dirt because Teddy Bridgewater, if I'm not mistaken, that's the school he attended, the high school he attended, if I'm not mistaken. But I think somebody went deep and dug up some dirt. You know what I'm saying? Because he came down there and he was winning. But some of the stuff he was doing, well, I ain't gonna say some of the stuff, all the stuff he was doing, he was paying out of his pocket. You know, he was paying for Uber rides for the kids to get to and from practice. He was paying for meals, pregame meals. He was paying to get the field painted. He was doing a lot of this stuff out of his pocket. And, they said it was in violation. So
What?
Yeah, he got suspended. He got suspended. And like I said, a lot of this stuff was where all this stuff that I named was coming out of his pocket. The Uber rides to get to and from practices, the pregame meals. Like I said, the field, the lines getting painted on the field and stuff like that. He was doing out of his pocket.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand, what the deal was or the big issue was. He was paying out his own pocket to cover things that should have been covered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the Uber rides and stuff like that, I'm not saying everybody, because you don't know everybody's situation. You don't know like the certain area environments these kids come from and the households they growing up in and around or whatever. So I mean, if it was me, I would have did the same thing. You know what I mean? It's a way for my players to get to and from practice, and I'm paying for it out of my own pocket. I'm not stealing funds from somewhere else to pay for it. It's coming out of my own pocket. So I don't understand what the big deal was. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying, like, I think somebody went and dug up some dirt to get Teddy out of there because Teddy was winning. They didn't like how, in my opinion, they didn't like how he was doing it.
That's crazy. I didn't know I didn't know he was doing all that for the school.
Paying for stuff out of his pocket for the program. You know what I'm saying? Getting kids to and from practices with Uber rides and stuff like that, Lyft rides. So I don't know what the issue is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he was giving them, getting them underage into certain clubs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't getting them in strip clubs and
Yeah, he wasn't doing nothing illegal.
Yeah, it's nothing illegal about giving kids Uber rides home. You know what I'm saying? Getting them a ride to and from.
That's something that you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be a father figure to some of these players and help them out. You know what I mean?
I would rather for my child to do it than for my child to just be out. You know what I mean? If I had to do that as a coach, I would do it. I'd rather for my coach to do it than to not do it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and they winning. So why not? You got something, Dre? Or Ian?
Or they were winning.
I think this may be the first time I've been on the show where I went from super jubilant, super excited and happy to super pissed off just that fast.
Yeah, I didn't know it was like that.
You got to be out of your simpleton mind. You got to be out of your simpleton mind to suspend a coach for actually giving a damn.
Right.
You mean to tell me this man got suspended for giving a shit? This man got suspended for doing genuine work out of his own kindness of his heart? Hell, I've done that. I've done stuff like that for my basketball teams. Pay for their meals if they ain't got food to eat. What, I'm supposed to let them starve? They mamas can't come get them. I take them home or get them a ride home. That's a violation now?
Right.
Yeah,
we got idiots. We got idiots and morons who literally getting sucking tucks that get no consequences. Idiots who steal from the government, EBT funds from the government, and you know who the hell I'm talking about when I say that. That didn't even last the news cycle. No trouble. No, just a news cycle. Yet he's suspended. We got NFL players right now who done did way worse stuff. And we having debates on how many games they should be suspended. Yet this man literally give a damn about his team, doing things out of the genuine nature of his heart. And he got suspended. Yo, this right here is one of the things I say. If black people don't stand up for this man, then we got a bigger issue than we thought. When it comes down to being together. This is one of the togetherness moments where black people should come together and be like, ain't no way in hell this man should be suspended, and actually stand on it.
Yeah, I'm
You
with
gotta be kidding me right now.
They say he
You
paid.
gotta be joking.
They said what, Rob?
They say he paid for like the recovery of the players, like after the games, like the recovery. You know how players go through recovery after the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
All
was,
the training.
So
you know what I'm saying. So, but they called it. They said it was unfair advantages influenced by financial support. That's what they labeled it as. But
ain't
you know,
nobody trying to hear that.
they do way worse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With these coaches and these kids, man. I mean, I don't like he just said, bro. You got a coach that actually give a damn. You know what I'm saying? He getting guys a ride to and from practice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how the hell is that an advantage? You know what I'm saying? That ain't no different from somebody's parent actually bringing them. You know what I'm saying? And the only difference is he had to get them a ride. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids got to and from practice.
Right. That's just like paying somebody else gas money. You know what I'm saying? You still getting them there, but you're just giving somebody gas money to get them there.
And I'm paying somebody else to bring you to practice. That's the same. That's what an Uber is. That's the same thing Uber is. It's like giving somebody that you know gas money, but you don't know the Uber driver. And maybe you do, but most of the time you don't know the Uber driver. But you pay B to get you from point A to point B. That's no different than the gas money that you do know to get you from point A to point B. It's no different.
Right.
If this was let's be very clear. If this was this color that did that,
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was.
you wouldn't have heard a damn thing. Let's be clear on that.
Was they? I don't understand. Was they really that just killing like that? Like in?
They championship.
Oh, he won a championship. Oh yeah, that's probably why.
I think it was last season he won a championship.
Oh yeah, they
So
want to
they
get him
mad
out of there.
because he did what he had to do to make sure that his team was in good standing.
That's what you're supposed to do, though. That's like.
And then they called it unfair advantage. Can I ask you? Can I ask you?
That was his first. The year they won a championship was his first year coaching. He won a championship his first year.
Can I ask you a question? And I just want y'all to deeply think about this, because now, see, this make me have one of these deep, methodical conversations. Would it be any different if I said, hey, you know what? That team won the football game because their parents got more money than me. I put my kids on a football team, and we don't got the same amount of money that they do. They can feed their kids without having to worry about this, that, and the third. They can get recovery for their kids without having to worry about this, that, and the third. They can do all of the things that some other folks, that some other parents can't do. Is that also an unfair advantage?
Right.
I mean, make that make sense for me. Make that make sense for me.
You're right.
I mean, that kid sleeping on a Posturepedic and this kid sleeping on the floor. Is that an unfair advantage?
Right.
I mean, let's be clear. If we're gonna be real about this thing, let's be real about it. That kid eating the freshest of fruits and veggies that cost probably $10, $11, and this kid eating ramen noodles or whatever the case may be that ain't as healthy. Is that an unfair advantage? Make it make sense.
Man, you know what? You might as well go ahead and say Teddy Bridgewater can't coach there because he's a former NFL player, and that's an unfair advantage. You might as well go ahead and say that.
Yeah, so hold on. But they knew this before they allowed him to coach. That's what don't make sense to me. You knew that this man was an NFL player before. You knew this guy had money. You knew he was an NFL player. You obviously know what kind of character, because when you get interviewed to be a coach somewhere, I don't give a damn if it's high school or not. They look for character traits. Character traits is what gets you the job. You can know X's and O's all day long and have no character traits, and you won't get the job.
Yeah. If they wasn't winning, they wouldn't be tripping.
This guy was.
Yeah, if they wasn't winning, this wouldn't be an issue. I'm trying to figure out how is me making sure kids getting to and from practices by me putting my money behind them to make sure they do it is an unfair advantage.
They don't need to have any athletics then. That school don't need no athletics. They don't need football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. Let those kids go to another school and play if that's the case. Like,
That's sad.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
That's pathetic. That's pathetic.
Ian, you got anything on it?
Is he still there?
Yeah, Ian here.
Yeah.
Just been behind the scenes. Oh no, he said he'll be back. But yeah,
This the same high school Teddy Bridgewater. He went to this high school. You know what I'm saying? And in first year coaching, coming back to coach, they won the state championship.
That's disrespectful.
I think that was
That's so
like
disrespectful.
I think that was like the 8th or 9th state championship in school history. But that school is always that, you know, from what I read, that school is always usually pretty, you know what I mean?
so it's not like they was just straight trash and then won. So I don't get it because to me,
Now
Deion did the same thing, right? Similar stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stuff came out of his pocket, but they wasn't winning. You know what I'm saying? They didn't win no championships. That's probably why they didn't trip like that. with
out
him.
of his pocket when he was at Jackson State.
That's what I'm saying. With Jackson State, he was, but they wasn't winning like Bridgewater won. You know what I mean? So they probably didn't trip because.
Hey,
They
hey
wasn't
Josh,
winning.
I heard you. Uh-huh.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, when it comes to this, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, you already know that he has millions in the bank. You already know he has connections. But, I mean, giving people Uber rides, that shouldn't be a violation. Paying for people's meals before and after the game, that should be a violation.
Thank you.
Honestly, what it sounds like to me, sounds like there was a hater and someone who hated that he was helping them win. So they
Mhm.
filed a complaint. That's what it sounds like to me.
It's definitely got. To me, that's the only way. Like either.
And if
Ralph
I'm the
said-
community, and if I'm the community, I would be filing a complaint too by standing up every single day until his suspension is lifted. Every single day.
I understand how's that
And you know what them people do?
grounds for suspension.
Man, them people should go bum rush up in the office the same way they did the Capitol building. But they did that on was that January 6th when them people ran up in the Capitol building.
Oh yeah. The Trump thing.
That's how I need to go bum rush them people office like that.
Yeah, because that don't make no sense. I mean, I seen that he got suspended, but I didn't know what for. I didn't know
That's
it was for
pathetic.
this. I saw this last week. He got suspended last week or something like that.
Yeah, look into it. I'm thinking he did some real dramatic type shit.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to look into it. I was like, dang, Teddy.
I'm reading the thing and talking about he was paying for his Uber rides to and from, you know, practices and meals and
So
field paint and recovery. I'm like, if he got to do that, that's what there's nothing that's going to give him an advantage because he got a kid a ride or kids rides to and from practice.
Yeah, that's not like he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if he did help with the equipment, buy them some equipment, that's still not an unfair advantage. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and it's not like this team hasn't won before. I can see if the team wasn't, but this team has won before. You just don't like them. You know what I'm saying? This is the other issue.
So you get suspended for selfless acts now. Selfless acts.
Now, if he
Unreal.
finds boys by the case food and giving it to kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something different. But getting them rides with Uber to and from, you know, I'm like, come on.
Dang. What city you just in?
It's Miami, Northwestern.
Oh,
That's Miami.
Yeah,
That's Miami. Yeah.
Dang, Miami doing this?
That's why I ain't never liked Miami. I ain't never liked Miami. I don't like a damn thing Miami.
that's what the school. Yeah, that's what Teddy Bridgewater from me down there. That's the high school he went to.
What college did he go to?
He went to
Louisville.
Louisville.
Oh, he was over there.
We went to Louisville.
A lot of
Oh,
people-
okay, yeah,
some
yeah.
people forget. Some people forget that he was the quarterback before Lamar Jackson. Like,
Yeah.
Because he was what? Yeah, he was the Vikings.
And he was
Vikings,
nice in college too.
He got drafted by Minnesota.
Yeah, Vikings got him. Yeah, first,
and
was
was it
nice
first
in
or
college.
second round?
Minnesota traded back into the first round just to draft him too.
That's what it was. Like, I really thought they had something with Bridgewater at first. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad it really never. Just for being a Green Bay fan, I'm glad it never panned out. But
he had an ugly knee injury. That's what hurt him.
oh yeah.
Well, then he also got a concussion in year 2, which also didn't help. But
yeah.
Who did he go to after? I know he went to a few teams, but who did?
So Teddy Bridgewater's had the weirdest career ever. He went from Minnesota to New Orleans to New York to Carolina to Denver to Detroit. Like he was literally the ultimate journeyman after Minnesota. Like every year he was a new team.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Dre, appreciate you, man. If you could ever hop on Mondays, man. 4:30. I don't know. That's what 6:30. No, 7:30 your time. So.
That's 7:30 his time, man. 7:30.
Yeah. So if you could ever hop on, man.
If I'm in the office right now doing what I'm doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing at the moment.
Easy money, man.
Easy money. In no cases, I'm good to go. I appreciate being on here. By the way, I still never caught your name, sir.
Oh, it's Ralph.
Ralph. Andre, nice to meet you, my guy.
The original, Panther fan?
This is his show, by the way. This is Ralph's show.
And then Friday we got
Thank you for having me on, Ralph. I appreciate it, man. Anytime you want to come on our shows, I'm a hop, skip, and jump away. Josh Bailey know where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on, Dre. Hold on. Watch this. Hold on.
There you go.
Oh yeah, yes sir. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, you can Ralph, I add you on Facebook, or you can hit me on Facebook. I'm Andre Robinson on Facebook. Rise Up Family is the business. Is the family, of course, and that's what we do, man. We do shows all the time. We have shows all the time. Jay Bailey, you come on my show, I come on his. We support each other. Rocco, Ian, we do the same thing.
Hey, cool
beans, man. Wow, man, y'all just put me in a somber mood, man, with that. I can't believe Teddy Bridgewater got suspended for that.
Yeah, man.
It's all love, man.
That's unreal, bro. That is unreal. This world is getting worse and worse.
And they ain't even really put it out there. It's like it was out there, but nobody really.
Yeah, they just announced it, and that was it. You didn't hear nothing else about it. You know what I'm saying? You just said Teddy Bridgewater suspended. Bam, that's it.
Yeah, they ain't going into no details about it or nothing.
Because they know it's garbage. They don't want to talk about it. They better not. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to talk about it either because
I'm trying to figure out what the hell Brett Favre gonna get it back that he stole from Mississippi. Put that out there. Shit. Get him.
That's what I was talking about earlier.
Right,
that's what I'm saying.
Get him.
That didn't even last the news cycle. Why you ain't getting up?
That's what need to be. That hell, he need to be locked up. All the money he stole from Mississippi. That's one of the poor, if not the poorest state in the country.
Yeah, I think it's the poorest.
Stole all that money from Mississippi, and he had money.
All right, man. Stay tuned in the building. We got Ralph. We got, you know what I'm saying, Ian. Got Rise Up, man. Appreciate y'all, man. So Friday we doing Big Shaw's sports report, and then you know what I'm saying we back next Monday, man. Or tomorrow we do it tomorrow too, 7:00 Pacific. But,
I'll be watching tomorrow. From the office. I'll be watching.
All right, appreciate you, Dre. Shoot, I know. Yeah, man, we gonna get together. We gonna do something.
Football season is surely coming.
Both.
You already know.
NFL.
Huh?
Said both college and NFL.
Oh yeah. Them Jaguars. Hey, Dre, you got a team? College? No, Ian's Utah.
I don't have a necessary team. I just love the sport. And I'm gonna be honest with you. It's gonna be interesting to see who make the playoffs this year. Again, every year is always the argument. You guaranteed to get an argument on who made the playoffs. Because if you make it 16 teams, the 17 team is gonna be pissed because they should have. It's always gonna be that. Ain't gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. 12 teams in, the 13th team gonna be pissed.
Exactly.
Yeah. True.
All right, man. We up out of here.
All right, fellas.